I just see red right now.
You see red. What kind of red is it?
Like a red waterfall.
Like a red waterfall.
But I don't know if it's water or blood.
Well, you'll learn more as you focus on it. Tell me more about what's happening there.
It's very hot.
It's very hot.
It looks like a river, but it looks like blood.
So it's flowing, this red?
Yes. It's moving. I don't see any people right now.
Do you see anything else around you as you look around?
Let's see. Oh, it's a volcano.
Okay. Tell me more about this.
I'm standing at the base of the volcano, but nobody else is with me. They're too afraid.
You're standing at the base, you said?
I'm watching it flow. I'm not afraid of it.
Very good. Can you look down at the ground and tell me if you can see your feet?
Yes.
Describe to me what you see there.
I'm standing on volcanic rock.
What do your feet look like?
They look like homemade sandals.
Homemade sandals. Scan up the body. Does it feel like it has a gender?
I'm wearing a dress.
You're wearing a dress?
Yeah. It's all white.
An all white dress? Do you feel healthy?
Do I feel healthy? Yes.
Very good. Do you have anything around your waist?
A gold sash, but it's really, it's kind of like a rope.
What about in your arms or in your hands? Are you holding or carrying anything?
There's nothing in my hands.
Nothing in your hands?
No.
Well, scan up the rest of your body and tell me what you see there.
My skin is very tan. I feel young.
Young.
Maybe early 20s.
Do you have anything around your neck or on your head?
Yes.
What do you have there?
There's a necklace that looks like a cobra.
Necklace. Very good. What about on your head there?
Flowers.
What is the necklace? What does the necklace symbolize?
The serpent Kundalini. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I know where I am.
Mm-hmm. Where are you?
I'm in Lemuria Islands.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing now?
I'm here to honor Pele.
Mm-hmm.
She's my sister.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what happens next.
The volcano's opening.
Mm-hmm.
Like a portal. It's the portal. Oh, she's coming out of the portal.
This is very special. What happens next?
She's handing me fire. I work with fire outside the volcano. She works with fire inside the volcano.
In what ways do you work with the fire?
Sacred ceremony. It's a fire of purification.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Describe to me what Pele looks like. How does she show herself to you?
She has long hair like I do. Or is this very wavy? Her eyes are... Her skin is dark like mine, but her eyes look like green and blue. Like I want her eye color. Oh, she's beautiful.
Mm.
Her energy is determined, but very determined, but very much divine, divinity, connected to Mother Gaia.
You call her Pele. What does she call you?
She called me. You know who you are. What do you call me? Hakana. Hakana? I think she's saying Hakana. Hayakana. I can't pronounce it. Hayakana.
Very good.
No, Hayakana is to go to Shumpai, speak in the Hawaiian language. Tesuka untamahi Hayakana ashushinema ikai Kali. She calls me Kali. Kali.
Mm-hmm.
Kali. Kali Ma.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful, Keleena. Very good. And tell me what happens next, as it happens.
We're walking away from the volcano. People don't come towards the volcano, they're afraid of it. We're walking towards the greenery, going towards a sacred site that's it's a temple.
Mm-hmm.
It's a temple that we utilize to, well, reenactment. We use it. We use it to allow the flow of the energy of Mother to be continuous. We do sacred ceremony in there. And we bring purity with the fire. Purity is for the land. So allow it to remain pure and untouched and unharmed. And we honor Mother for all she gives us. The women come in from different villages to this temple. They're coming in 2 days. In 2 days it will be the full moon. The volcano will stop bleeding. For them to come after the ceremony, it will continue. That is the Mother's flow.
Beautiful.
That's the connection to the divine feminine flow. It's the blood of the Mother.
Would you share more about the importance of this flow of the Mother? What do you mean by that?
Just as women have their cycle, the Mother has her cycle. This is Gaia's cycle. It's her menstruative flow. Because she too is fertile. Just like a human, she's the same. She's just different form. People don't understand this. The divine feminine understand.
What's the purpose of this ceremony that you're all going to do in 2 days?
The young ones that are starting their flow, it's a ceremony of sacredness and purity. There's a sacred connection to the full moon, to Mother Earth. And what the flow of the divine feminine is a nourishment back to Mother Earth. The women will flow together in this ceremony and return to Mother Earth. It's nutrition.
How would they do that?
For all those that are in their flow at this time with the full moon, because the cycles are linked with the moon.
Very good.
They're very connected to Earth. They're very connected to the stream of consciousness. They understand the oneness.
Let's learn a little bit more. Let's close the scene. Close the scene, and now let's move forward to another important scene from that lifetime. We're moving forward to another important scene. Be there now and tell me what you see.
Standing at the side of a woman giving birth. There's many women. I bless the child. And then I bless the mother when she's done. That's my purpose. I make sure that her flow is returned to her. It's sacred. It allows the mother to remain in purity for each child.
How does this help the mother stay in purity? Tell me more about that.
There are beliefs already started. That if you conceive, that it's impure. My job is to allow them to understand that they've never been impure. Conception is not impurity. That belief system is starting, and it's changing. It's changing the consciousness.
In what ways is it changing the consciousness?
Darkness. Separation. That women are lesser. Man is not impure. He participates in the conception. But the woman becomes impure. That is separation. That is judgment. We must not allow this as divine feminine. We must not allow this. So we come in and we do our rituals.
How did this story and belief system start? You know where it came from?
There's a king on the island, a new king. Many don't like him. The women don't care for him. Came from another area.
Describe him a little bit, yeah.
He's big, like not healthy looking big. I don't like his energy. I don't like him. He doesn't want us to do what we do.
Where did he come from if he's not from that area?
They came on boats, they look like big canoes. They're not from our islands. Many of them came.
You're good. Let's learn a little bit more. Let's close this scene and move forward to another important scene in that lifetime. We're moving forward to another important scene in that lifetime. Be there now and tell me what you see.
He has me by my arm.
He has you by the arm.
Yeah. By my right arm. He knows what I'm doing. And I warned him. I told him, you will not do this. You will not control us. Because I will talk to Pele. And he's laughing at me. I'm warning him. I said, you do not know the power that we have inside of us. He's laughing. Saying, show me. "2 days, I will show him."
Mhm.
I don't like him.
Mhm. Let's
He
move.
looks
Go
he
ahead.
looks more he looks Sumerian. That's the
Mhm.
name that keeps coming up.
Mhm.
Sumerian?
Mhm.
I don't know that. The name Sumerian keeps coming forward.
Mhm. Mhm. Well, let's see what you do. Let's move forward and see what happens. Be there now and tell me what you see.
Pele and I and Gaia are opening the earth. We've created a trinity of energy. We are opening the earth. It's cracking. It's cracking where he has established his place. You will not bring darkness to our land. Mother is angry. The building is falling. I warned him.
Mhm.
It's expanding all over. The lava is flowing. He's in fear now. He's now receiving what he's been giving.
Mhm.
He does not understand the power of the divine feminine in unity. You try to take her power away. We'll take care of what we need to.
Mhm.
It's not meant to be destructive. It's only to show him that he cannot overpower anyone. As people are leaving, they're afraid now.
What did you call this king? What was his name?
What's his name? Starts with a P. Pakana. What's his name? He tells people to call him Buranjar. Buranjar.
Mm-hmm.
We call him Pukani. He tells people to call him Buranjar. Buranjara.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Buranjara.
Mm-hmm.
We call him Pukani
Mm-hmm.
because he's an invader.
Mm-hmm.
Invader of our land and our people.
Yeah. Well, now let's learn a little bit more. Let's close this scene. Close this scene and move forward to another scene that has information. We're moving forward to another scene that has information. Be there now and tell me what you see.
I can see from above.
Tell me more about that.
I'm looking how Mother is recreating herself with the volcanoes. New structure. Look at how it's covering up all of the energies that devastated the people. The volcanoes now devastating the areas where they were. I can see from above, from my body below. And I can direct Pele and Gaia where to cut more veins into the earth. It's all done in the higher love. And people won't understand this. It's being done in the love for people, for humanity. Recreation. To start new.
And tell me what happens next as it happens.
The waters are rising on the other side. Of the islands. I don't know why yet.
Mm-hmm. So the water's coming up?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what's causing that.
I don't know yet. I'm going to go to the other side and look. There's volcanic activity below the ocean. It's been ongoing and it's creating a juncture point. I don't know what that is. Juncture point. The land below is rising as well. So it's shifting the water. The water's purification as well. A sacred fire.
How else are the changes happening?
I see the water in the volcano right now. The people are leaving this island. They're scared. They're going to go to one of the other islands. But the other island, one of the other islands, has a volcano as well that is erupting. There's a chain of volcanoes I can see. I'm pulling back. There's a chain of volcanoes erupting. This goes all the way to New Zealand area is what they call it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's connected all the way.
It's quite a big clearing.
Yes. She naturally will do what she needs to do. My throat is getting dry from the heat and the fire.
Well, now you don't have to experience that directly. You can that observer. It won't bother you at all. And tell me what happens next.
There's really dark clouds, but the sun is trying to come through them.
Mm-hmm.
And they look black.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the volcano. Something's coming up the volcano.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe ashes.
Mm-hmm.
The sun's trying to come through, but it's really hard.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much in the sky right now from the volcanoes.
Well, now let's close this scene and let's move to the very last day of your life in that lifetime. We're moving to the very last day of your life in that lifetime. Be there now. Tell me what you see.
I've lived for almost 1,000 years.
Mm-hmm. And what happened in those 1,000 years? Maybe you can share more about that.
I'm telling the children that I'm leaving, that it's time for me to go. They have the knowledge now.
Mm-hmm.
It's all written. It's written in the sacred temples. It's written in the caves of the volcanoes.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is recorded in the crystals.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see what else happened in those 1,000 years. Let's close this scene and go back in your lifetime. We're going back in that lifetime to find other events that have important information. We're finding other events that had important information from that life. Be there now and tell me what you see.
I'm laughing.
Mm-hmm. You're laughing. Very good.
It's a lot of joy. There's crystals everywhere. Oh, we're inside. We're inside one of the mountains that's not a volcano, but it's in this line. It's in this line of volcanoes. It's all of the clear quartz crystals. I'm laughing because all of the information is recorded in these crystals. Everything that we've done, everything that we've experienced, what Gaia has experienced is in these crystals. Everything that humanity has experienced has been placed in them. It's a sacred site. It's large. These crystals are, some of them are the size of small hills. They're so big.
Mm-hmm.
Some people can't even be by the mountain because the energy is so massive. They can't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
We've etched codes. There are some of us that have etched codes in the crystals. Because they're recorder crystals, so we've placed a triangle on them. We etch a triangle on them so that the next person that comes will know that you can utilize that crystal to receive the sacred knowledge. It's like a record keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a record keeper.
How does one access the information?
Become one with the crystal, the spirit of the crystal. You just have to place your hands on it and open your heart. Those that are not in a loving vibration cannot access the information. Yeah.
Sounds like a very special place.
They're all over the earth. This one doesn't exist on top anymore. The water has covered it.
Mm-hmm.
But it has not yet been found in this time. And I feel it will be. The right person knows the energy because they've left their energy signature. In the Hawaiian Islands, they will find it. They know.
Beautiful. Let's close this scene and let's move to another important scene in that lifetime. We're moving to another important scene in that lifetime. Be there now and tell me what you see.
It's a temple. This is a different temple.
Mm-hmm.
This temple is in the... It's on the top of another mountain, but in the jungle.
What's happening there in the temple?
I'm laying fire down all around it inside the temple. This is where I do my sacred serpent dance. I'm going to raise Mother Earth's Kundalini.
Mm-hmm. How do you do this serpent dance?
And it's a movement of the body, movement of my own Kundalini, connection with Source, as above, so below, within me and so without, connecting with Mother Earth's energy, my feet on the ground. I move my body in like a waveform, like the Hawaiian dancing or belly dancing. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've moved my body and I'm in a trance-like state. I go into a trance. Mm. I call upon all of the energies of the elements to assist me. It's a deep trance state. The sky opens and the earth opens during this dance. Oh, wow. Oh, yes, Mother's Kundalini is rising. Oh. She rises as I rise. She rises to the Father. She enters the sky. There are two serpents, there is not one. Mm-hmm. They work their way through the chakras from inside the earth and out. Sky is the crown. Oh. Oh. Pukuaya moai kote kaite torada. Kaate mute me iguaite. Shikanto. Shikando ukaya toshombo oda kaya yakaya yada. Hia o poten e indeya. Hikato. This is transmuting energy. This is transmuting energy. And humanity that has utilized their bodies for the wrong reasons.
Tell me more about that. And how are the bodies used in the wrong ways?
For those that have used the physical body in sexual ways that are not in the heart to overpower, overtake someone sexually. It's not purity. So we can raise the sacred fire of Mother Earth. And so Father Sky. It's like a mass transmutation through, and these people have to be willing to participate and receive. These are people that have come forward and said that they said that they feel they have failed and they want purification, so it's done once a month. This has been done in many dynasties. I'm seeing this in Egypt as well. I see myself in Egypt doing this well. Oh, and Atlantis. I'm getting multi-locations right now.
And tell me what you're seeing.
I'm seeing the same thing in Atlantis. I'm doing it in Atlantis. The same thing, there's a sacred temple. Same thing in Egypt, there's a sacred temple. It's the temple of Isis in Atlantis. Punta Koresha da Moete Kiato, Shumpun Menedere Kia Yakwana, Poshe. Pukuma.
What energies are moving through you now? Describe it to me.
Kundalini. It's hot. I'm hot. It's going up and down. It doesn't stop. It won't stop until it's done. I can take it myself and redirect it. I redirect it on the crown back into solar plexus area. So, it creates an ankh when I'm done. It creates an ankh. Because my arms are out to the side. It's creating gold. It's gold. Gold and silver, and it's running through. And if you look at me from the side, because I'm all just energy right now, it looks like an ankh. I look like the ankh. This is eternal life. The Kundalini is eternal life. The orgone energy is eternal life. This is why it's important to create the orgone energy and love in the highest vibration. It's so important. If it's done in low vibration, the orgone doesn't go where it needs to. It's not directed properly.
Can you describe to us how to create this energy properly?
Yes. Before you release an orgasm, take the energy that's building. And take this energy up. Allow it to go up. The Kundalini rises, take it all the way up through all the chakras and out your crown. Allow it to loop back. Loop it back with your own direction. You direct it. You command the energy yourself. You have the power to do this. Bring it back in, down in the solar plexus, and back down towards where the Kundalini lies. And it regenerates and it continues the flow. It goes up and down and around. And you can continue that. And you can, if you can hold this is difficult for many people. This is years of training. I trained with Isis. It took me a year and 2 months to be able to do this without allowing the orgasm to fully erupt. You have to hold the energy before you allow yourself to erupt. And that flow of the orgone, when you do this, you're in higher heart. When you're in higher heart, it connects to the crystalline grid and to the mother's grid. This also assists with the eternal life. This keeps us from aging. This is the secret to not aging. This is what we call Isis elixir. Yes, this is why we don't age back then. We can live as long as we wanted to. It creates the liquid that comes to the spinal fluid. We refer to it as Isis elixir. You may refer to it now as something else. You can taste it in your mouth. It's sweet. The serpents release it in your. There's what you can see as a chapel, excuse me, a chalice up in the pineal. And they release it in the chalice. I can taste it in my mouth right now. It's releasing. It's coming down the back sides of my mouth. This, yes. I taste it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone can do this. It takes practice.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the preliminary practices someone can do to work up towards this?
You can practice this alone. You have to have dedication. So, like the yoga, like the Kundalini yoga assists with this. People teach Kundalini yoga, but they don't know this next step. That's missing right now. This is missing. They will take Kundalini yoga and raise it, but they don't know this step is missing because it was removed. It was removed from the books. It was removed from the temples because the energies of the dark side didn't want people to know. They took that away. This was removed during Christ's time as well. Yeshua and Mary Magdalene did this. We did this a lot. Because the flow of the love, the pure love. You can do this in Tantra as well, if you learn Tantra. But the Tantra now does not teach to bring it back in as well. This has been removed. They can teach to hold it, but they don't teach to flow it back in. It's, I want to say the word critical. It's critical to change the earth with the orgone energy created by humanity. This is necessary. This is necessary. All that love each other in oneness and the deepness in their hearts. They're the ones that are going to change the earth. This was taken away. Orgone energy is love vibration. That's why it's hidden. That's why the scientists were murdered. This is how we create unity. This is why the lower chakra sexual acts are promoted. And now, this is why they push pornography and all the things that have nothing to do with the heart. This is why it was so important. This is why the high priest and priestesses taught this. This is why I activated those lives, and I'm still doing it now. Activating hearts to come back online. I'm dedicated to bring that back. We all need to bring this back. This love is needed. It has to shift. This is why you're here. This is why we are here. This is why those of us that volunteered to come back here to us are here. Whether you perform it, whether you activate it in others. All pieces to the puzzle. They don't want us to do this. They're angry. But we're winning. This information is necessary. The energy comes out the back of the crown, loops up and over and back down to us. And it looks like a hug. It is the eternal love, eternal life. It is what I say in all of my things. I know what this is now. I know why I say it now. Eternal love, eternal life, eternal light. It's the activation of the Ankh. Oh, I never knew why I said that. I used to make that symbol, Yeshua. And he made it pick me. Such deep meaning to so much that we're awakening to. You have this love between the two of you. You need to know that. You've had it in many lifetimes. You were meant to come back and do this again. You're sacred. Please know this. You're very sacred.
Tell me a little bit more about that. How do we fulfill that purpose in this life?
Because you've reconnected to your purpose. You know who you are. As you complete the ascension process at each phase, and you embody all that you have ever been, all that you are above, you embody below. As you're going through this now, the sacred lives that you have lived are the sacred lives that will come through you. You have a divine purpose. You taught Yeshua's teachings. But you are connected in other lifetimes as well, not just at Christ's time. Your purpose is to bring unity in community. That was the teachings of Yeshua and Mary Magdalene, of all the Magdalenes. Connecting with your God self, knowing that you are God. You are 100% the Mother and the Father God, your source. How do we teach the people this? That you can create whatever you wish when you connect. As you become lighter and lighter through enlightenment. And we teach the community is important and unity is important because there is no separation. When you understand the teachings of Christ were the teachings of no separation. As you were ascending, we knew this because we understood Ascension. We understood that there was no separation and that we were divinely one. We actually felt the all within us. The divine light of Source was within us. And we tried to teach it. But the condemning started. You're here to do that again. Teach and gather. Learn and teach and learn. No judgment. No judgment on those who do not understand us and our work. You both were Magdalenes. You were masculine Magdalenes. You both were. Disciple.
You mentioned that you were studying with Isis for 1 year and 2 months.
Yes.
And that you did a Kundalini dance.
Mm.
Would you share more about this dance and the practice? What you learned and how to accomplish that?
May I share this? Sacred knowledge. It is not something that can be shared completely. No, it's step by step. It's 33 levels. There's 33 levels that one must go through to reach that, to become an activator. The Kundalini dance is activation. I'd have to teach all 33 levels. You have to start with the base.
I'd like you to tune into my energy. I was trained as a dancer all my life.
Yes.
I'd like you to tune into my energy and teach me the level that suits me today.
Ne peut kudu shutete nebekiatora. You must connect with the cobra eye to eye. With no fear. This is level 14. You dance with real cobras. We are in a trance. We will be in a trance with cobras in the room. Inside sacred space. As the cobra moves, it teaches us how to move our body. The cobra as well is in a trance state. The cobra teaches us. We become one with the cobra and we learn this dance. As the cobra moves, we move. Because the cobra is connected to our Kundalini inside. One must become one with the cobra to allow it to activate and rise the Kundalini. This has not been easy for many people due to fear of what a cobra can do to them. The levels below are meditative states that you must fall deeply within. That clears no fear. So that you become one with this cobra when you enter that room. It's hours of training at that level. Because if you make one mistake, if you make a mistake, you come out of the trance, they come out of the trance. And they can respond or react in whatever way if they feel a fear from you. They will do what they deem necessary. And he died at this stage. It's full focus, just as any meditation.
I'm wondering why I've been afraid of snakes for most of my life. I wonder what that's about.
I see you in a pit of snakes. in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
You were thrown in a pit of snakes, black snakes. They're all black. Don't know what kind they are.
Mm-hmm. Do you know why that was done?
Mm-hmm. I will see. I will ask. I'm asking, trying to find out. You held back information. You have a lot of eyeliner on. I'm looking at you straight in the face. I have a lot of eyeliner on. And it curls up the side. It curls into creation swirl. And then you have a line underneath your eyes. Some, there are soldiers, Egyptian soldiers coming. You're being told to leave so they don't take you. Who the Pharaoh had it. Whoever this ruler was at the time, I don't know who this ruler was. I'm asking, but I'm not getting a name. It's later in the period. They had you thrown in the snake pit. This was torturous stuff. This ruler did torturous things. I don't like him.
That makes sense to me. How did they call him? How did they call Michael at that time?
I'm getting Petra. It sounds like Petra. I can't hear it well. Petra. But it's Petrah. Petra.
Mm-hmm.
Petra.
Mm-hmm.
Something close to Petra. Something like Petra. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Wonderful. Would you please connect with Petra telepathically and ask him what was the information, the so important information that he was holding from sharing? Would he share it with you?
It has to do with gold. There's some hidden gold. Who knows where it is? This is from previous dynasties in Egypt. He's, oh, I see. He's he has psychic ability. He's a seer. That's what they call him, a seer. And he wouldn't give the information. You know where it is. Because it was sacred. You saw it in the information that came through, that flowed through, that it was sacred and it was not to be touched. And so you were holding back that information. You had a fear that if you told that you would lose your life. But either way, you lost your life.
Yeah. Very good.
Oracle. You are Oracle.
Well, now I want to learn a little bit more. Let's float away from this life. And float away from this life, leaving this life behind. We're disconnecting from this life completely. Now I'd like the consciousness of Keleena to return to her body so I can speak with her higher self. May I speak with Kaleena's higher self, please?
It is so.
Very good. Out of all the lifetimes that we could have explored today, you chose to show her the life of Kali Ma with Pele there in Hawaii. Why did you show her this life?
Because she is going back to the islands to correct some energies that need to be shifted.
Mm-hmm. Can you share with her more about that, what she needs to know?
Yes. She will be removing the darkness in the crystalline grid from the 1,000 of years that she was able to see destruction over time. That she was there. She will remove that energy to raise the vibrations and the frequency. While that energy is removed from the crystalline grid through her heart, she will open the heart on Molokai, and she will reconnect the highest heart activation to the crystalline grid for the Hawaiian Islands, which were once Lemuria, and connect that down into the earth grid. She will do this on the 3 islands where that had the most destruction. And she will reunite the energies and the frequencies of all of the islands, merge the energy into oneness that will raise the vibration there back to Lemuria, to the energy the way it was in Lemuria. It's partially been done. There's been activation, but it will be a completion. She's taken on this completion part, and she will activate this energy and activate it in the grid work. And the grid work will come directly to your Mount Shasta area, and it will be utilized through your body to take this into the grid and activate there. You will activate. You will then send it through once again to the ley line that you live in. You live near a ley line, and that will be taken there through your bodies as well. You will then also activate this energy wherever you go. It will be within your energy signature from that point forward, and you will take that information with you in your energy signature wherever you go, and you can take that into the grid, the Lemurian frequency of love, that vibration from the beginning of Lemurian consciousness time when we were not in human body. It was the high vibration of love on the planet at that time.
Thank you very much. Can you share with us more about what's happening there during the solstice alignment? What's significant about this gateway?
Mount Shasta is the crown center. Many people think it's the root, but it's not. It is the crown. Therefore, above the crown is the 8th chakra. As she changes the information in Lemuria and sends it to you, it's going to activate for the solstice. You will be activating to, it activates the 8th chakra, the soul star, we call it. And the soul star is above the crown and at the crown on the earth. Because Shasta is the crown, the only way to get above is to be in Shasta, to activate as above, so below. As you activate it into the earth, it will be activating above. And above Mount Shasta, the soul star is there, and the frequency will be activated. And you will please take it back into earth to activate humanity. So the solstice is about this mass activation and awakening of the soul star for those who are at this point in their ascension. It has happened in the last few years each time, but each person is in a different state of being at the time, so it must happen. Now there is a larger mass, and it is very important for them to activate this chakra because it will activate them and connect them to their Akash.
Mm-hmm. What's else important for us to know about this activation?
That you will be utilizing the energies through your bodies.
Mm-hmm.
You carry the energy.
Mm-hmm.
The importance is so that humanity will understand that the power is within them to connect to the Akashic record that is connected to their soul star chakra, and they can do it on their own. However, this is there are so many on the earth. There's 8 billion plus human souls on the earth. So this is going to activate the ones that are ready. But we ask you to please understand that the work that the two of you do with your sessions to assist people to see past lives is still very necessary. And because some of the people that will be awakening their Earth Star will not, we feel they will not be able to reach to a certain level to see everything, and that you will be utilized more. You must know this.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. What's important for Keleena to do and prepare for that ceremony?
It is all within her. All she has to do is go and take her crystals, and she connects with her higher self and all that she is, and she does exactly what she needs to do in trance state. That is how she works.
Wonderful. Can we begin doing a body scan for Keleena now? I want to tune her up.
Yes.
Very good. Go ahead and begin the body scan and tell me what you're doing as you do it.
We have what may look like a laser to you, scanning the body.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting at our feet. And we're going up.
Thank you.
She's in full embodiment process in her ascension phase right now. There are only a few minor aches of physical discomfort.
Mm-hmm. While this work is happening, I'd like to invite the blue flame of Sirius to also come in and begin clearing away any ancestral karma, any blockages, anything that the blue flame of Sirius specifies in. Please go ahead and begin doing that work now, as well as the violet flame from Saint Germain, welcoming in the violet flame to begin doing some work here as well.
We thank you. She uses the diamond violet flame daily. Ancestral karma is clear.
Thank you.
It has been clear already.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
She cannot do her work if it still remained.
Mm-hmm. Is there any entities affecting her?
No.
Very good. Is there any cords?
No.
Yeah. I'm wondering what the intention was for the higher intention for us to be meeting with Keleena today, and if we've accomplished what needed to be accomplished. Is there more information that wants to be brought forward?
You've worked in many different lifetimes with her, not necessarily in the same physical location.
Mm-hmm.
You've connected through a meditative trance-like state, and you can do that again in this life now. You'll be able to do that with her.
Mm-hmm.
So please, we ask you to know that as your energy shifts and your DNA is shifting, you'll be able to connect with her telepathically. She connects telepathically with many, many people all over the globe. You will be doing that. But also, we're bringing some more stuff forward. 1 minute. Freedom of religion keeps coming up. Don't know why. Freedom of religion. Religion is okay for people because they wake in it. They wake to a point until they feel their confinement. And so please honor those that are still following the religion because it's just where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to know that, and it's okay. You will work together with her at one point, yes. It will be coming. We see 2020 and possibly the end of 2019. We see more into 2020 because that is the year of the balance of the divine feminine and masculine. And she teaches that, and you too will have integrated it fully in you. And it's very important to bring that energy in space of others and share your stories. And your story will activate people. Yes. We also want to say that we ask you to please continue your dance because it activates. It's highly activational light codes that come through you. There's much more to come. You will be pleased. We will not give you anything because we wish for it to unfold and allow you to have what is very minuscule on this earth, which is surprises.
I wonder if there's any council who want to share a message today. Any high council would like to come forward today.
We're going to bring through in light language. Na utama. These activations were necessary for your work that you will be doing for summer solstice. Na'ana ikiata urasha. Namaste.
Thank you.
We are complete.
Thank you. I wanted to ask what from this session is appropriate to share with the public.
You may share any of it.
Thank you. Thank
We
you.
have no restriction.
Thank you. Thank you.